6:48 now, turning to Commitment 2022 coverage. Voters in South Carolina cast their ballots for primary runoff elections.
There were 2 statewide runoffs and several county runoffs yesterday. One of the closely watched races is for Superintendent of Education. Ellen Weaver of Greenville faced Kathy Manis of Lexington in the Republican runoff yesterday. Weaver received 64% of the votes. She will move on to face the winner in the Democratic primary, Lisa Ellis, on November 8th in the general election. Well, in Greenville County, there was a runoff for the GOP primary for County Council, District 19. Benton Blunt and incumbent Willis Meadows facing off yesterday. Voters decided that America's Got Talent finalist Benton Blunt will be the next councilman for District 19. Last time these candidates went head-to-head, Blunt earned 35% of the vote over Meadows, who received 31%. With no one running against Blunt in the general election, he will move on to be District 19's next county councilman.
And now to the runoff in the Democrat primary for South Carolina House District 25. In Greenville County last night, Wendell Jones defeated Derek Quarles with 55% of the vote. Quarles' eligibility to run was called into question by 2 former opponents in this race. But last week, the state Democrat Party decided that he was eligible to run. Meanwhile, Jones focused on an economic push in the district and also wants to work with local businesses. This seat came open after longtime Representative Leola Robinson Simpson opted not to run again. Jones faces 3 opponents come November.
At 6:49, more results from yesterday's primary runoff with the Republican runoff for House District 30. The district covers Cherokee County and portions of northeastern Spartanburg County. Brian Lawson and William Martin faced off to succeed Representative Steve Moss, who did not run for re-election. The winner of this runoff is Brian Lawson, and he received 62% of the votes. Well, a couple in Buncombe County is facing charges in connection with the death of their baby daughter.
That investigation into the 2-month-old's death is now underway, and deputies tell us that they responded to the couple's home on 4-wheel drive in the western part of the county yesterday. Now deputies have charged Nicholas Stevenson with 2nd-degree murder and Deandra Farlow with felonious child abuse inflicting serious bodily injury. So far, deputies have not released any other details. We're going to continue to bring you updates as we learn more.
At 6:50, an upstate woman has pleaded guilty in the death of a Greenville mother. Veronica Tharp will spend 25 years behind bars after she pleaded guilty in the deadly hit and run of Brittany Lawson. She was hit while running with her dog along Augusta Street in 2021. Tharp pleaded guilty to reckless homicide, leaving the scene, and first-degree burglary.
A man wanted for murder and attempted murder turned himself in yesterday. According to Spartanburg police, Tyson Thompson is accused of shooting and killing Darius Bobo and injuring another person back in May. This happened on Magnolia Street. Thompson remains in the Spartanburg County Detention Center.
Go to Greenville County, where 4 juveniles have been charged in connection with the death of a 21-year-old. Deputies say the shooting happened in the Woodside community Saturday night. 21-year-old Hubert John Flores Lopez died from several gunshot wounds. Deputies say one of the boys has been charged with murder and the other 3 boys have been charged with accessory after the fact. The names of those charged will not be released due to their age.
Okay, at 6:51, new testimony in a surprise January 6th committee hearing yesterday, revealing more of the events surrounding the Capitol riot.
A former White House aide was the sole focus on Tuesday, who gave an insider's look into the Trump White House post-election. Amy Lou is in our Washington newsroom.
Well, Patrick and Destiny, former White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson gave first and second-hand accounts of former President Trump attempting to join the march to the Capitol himself.
The president said something to the effect of, "I'm the effing president. Take me up to the Capitol now."
Surprise witness and former White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson appearing before the January 6th committee, describing Trump attempting to grab the steering wheel of his presidential SUV and get to the Capitol. Leading up to the attack, Hutchinson said the president refused to accept the election loss and was prone to violent outbursts.
I was aware of him either throwing dishes or flipping the tablecloth to let all the contents of the table go onto the floor and likely break or go everywhere.
Later, Hutchinson testified Trump and his allies Rudy Giuliani and Chief of Staff Mark Meadows knew also of the rally and that many were armed.
I overheard the president say something to the effect of, I don't effing care that they have weapons. They're not here to hurt me.
Yesterday, Trump denied much of what Hutchinson said, calling her a phony and bad news. In Washington, I'm Amy Liu, WYFF News 4.
Thank you, Amy. Convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell will spend the next 20 years in prison. Maxwell was sentenced for recruiting and grooming teenage girls to be sexually abused by Jeffrey Epstein. Several victims spoke about the abuse they suffered under Maxwell at Tuesday's hearing. Maxwell's attorney says that they plan to appeal the sentence.
Well, the South Carolina Department of Revenue has released information on the annual sales tax-free weekend. Computers, clothes, school supplies, and other eligible items can be bought in-store or online without paying the state's 6% sales tax and any other local taxes. This is a 72-hour event taking place from Friday, August 5th through Sunday, August 7th.
6:53 now, and the Carolina Panthers will return to Spartanburg next month for training camp. The team says this season, fans will see a return to the traditional training camp experience with autograph opportunities available after practice, which is always fun. All 12 practices are open to the public and free to attend. Players will report to training camp on July 26th, with that first practice being July 27th. Then on July 30th, the Panthers will host the annual Back Together Saturday event at Gibbs Stadium. Training camp ends on August 10th.